happy Tuesday, and it's a very happy one here because I finally made it back home from work, and in my fridge what I have is a sweet potato, a huge fat onion, this tofu that looked interesting at Trader Joe's, and some spinach. We have to figure out something to make with this because it's dinner time and I'm a little hungry. I have to call my mom for some inspiration on how to put these together, but since she's so popular now that she's an empty nester, she was actually getting a pedicure with her friend, and her friend suggested I maybe cut open this potato in half, get it going in the oven, get it baked up a little bit, and then we can have stuffed sweet potatoes with tofu, onion, spinach. I have a make it yum mindset, so we're gonna make it work. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, time to cut the sweet potato. Oh. I'm just gonna cover my sweet potatoes in some olive oil. Un peu de sel on le sweet potatoes.
Sir.
Oh, sur? What's potato in French? The pomme de terre. Time to put the sweet potatoes in the oven. I have it preheated at 350, and I'm gonna throw them into the bottom rack. Boom! I'm gonna chop up this onion super small.
I think I took a layer too much off.
Okay, to be honest, my weakness is chopping skills. It's all fine when it gets into your belly, so who cares how it's chopped? We care because presentation is an important part of food. So, this is how they do it. Onion. It's like rings in a circle. If you put your onion in the fridge, I think there's less likelihood of you crying when you chop it. Unless you're at an emotionally unstable place in your life right now, because, you know, you just need the trigger. So we have a chopped up onion. Let us get this frying, sauteing. Oh, the tofu, but the onions have to start cooking first, so we'll cook the onions and chop the tofu. Huile d'olive. Some olive oil to start off. Ready for the sound? Give it a little mix. I am chopping up garlic to go into our onions. Since this is slightly Asian inspired, might as well throw some ginger in. This ginger, it looks a little soft on the outside, but it's what's on the inside that counts, and it still smells like ginger. There's no mold. I absolutely love ginger. I think it might be my favorite spice in the world. Like, I'm that person, like, I will drink ginger juice, take the ginger shots. It's really good. It's really warming for the soul, for your insides, and it's good for my dosha, if you're into that stuff. Yeah, I love ginger. So I have a huge chunk here. Maybe it looks like a lot, but how do you feel about ginger? You like ginger or no? Thumbs up from Chloe. Then we're gonna throw in this whole chunk of ginger, and it's gonna work. Okay, good enough. We got garlic, onion, a browned up pan. Ginger and garlic are going in. So ginger. Stirring it all up, smelling delicious. And let's cube up our tofu. This organic baked tofu that is vegetarian and teriyaki flavored kind of spoke to me. Whoa. I've mentioned, I think, 5 times already that I'm so bad at chopping. So I'm going to mention it one more. But since it's cubing, it's going to be beautiful. This way. Perfecto. Our onions and ginger and garlic are hanging out, and now is the time to welcome our tofu friends. And saute away. Ah! It's sticking. What do I do if it's sticking? Add water? So this is part of the process. I've been noticing that my onions and tofu and whatever's going on in this pan is kind of getting a little sticky. And I think what helps technically is deglazing, which would be great if you had rice wine vinegar or something like that. But I don't. But I have water. I'm just gonna add it in, and I think it should make it unstick a little bit. Right, and just remember, cooking is a process. You gotta look, you gotta smell, you gotta taste, and that's how you know. We're gonna add some soy sauce. It'll add a little bit of salt. Right, just to kind of go along with our tofu, teriyaki flavor. Additionally, to kind of make it a little saucy, a little bit more Asian inspired, I think some peanut butter would go really great just to kind of give it a little bit of richness, a little something. I'm just gonna spoon it right on. Ooh, it's a little solid, but actually, thank you. So amazing. I'm gonna add more water because everything is getting a little sticky, a little super chunky, and I want a little bit more movement. Water always works. Found some sugar. Just kidding, it's all-purpose flour. The big thing that says sugar. I think brown sugar would work better, but peanuts and all this thing, they go together. So I'm just gonna throw in a little sprinkle straight from the bag. Currently our only spice is really ginger, so I'm gonna ask Chloe to hand me the red chili flakes. And we'll just sprinkle it on in. I think this will be good. I think we're about done with this concoction that we have. Do you want to give it a taste, Chloe? Cool. So Chloe and I just gave it a taste, and we are very pleasantly surprised with what we have accomplished here. I'm gonna just throw in my bag of spinach just to get it wilted down. It doesn't need to really cook much. I'm adding so much spinach. Yes, it'll wilt down, it'll be less, but I'm gonna add a little bit more soy sauce, maybe another spoon of peanut butter, and more pepper. Yeah, I think we'll do that just because it's great on its own. It still has that flavor, but anytime you add something more, you just wanna make sure it's still balancing up. I increased the heat again on the stove. I wanted to make sure that peanut butter is able to melt and join. Honestly, I was just talking to Chloe, and it's looking really tasty on its own. The sweet potato is gonna take a little while. So, just thinking out loud here, we could just throw some rice in the cooker. It'll be done in 20 minutes, and then we don't have to worry about how to incorporate the sweet potato into this. And we can sip the rest of our wine until then, / nom on this. And I got a thumbs up from Chloe, so I think we're just gonna go that route right now because I think this would go well on the sweet potato, but honestly, I'm gonna have sweet potato for lunch tomorrow. See you in a bit once we make this rice. Rice cooker, easy, you don't need to watch me do it. Rice is done. I've changed into my PJs because it's late and I'm ready to enjoy. So rice into the bowl. We have a steaming hot rice. This has just been out. Our tofu, onion, spinach curry. Would be really good is if you had like a sprinkle of cilantro on top or like some fresh herb, some Thai basil, some chopped peanuts even. Yum. I don't have any of those things in my house right now. I just have this. But if you have something you like, just throw it on there. Why not? So let me add the rest of this here. Yum. Let's eat. Let's eat.